there's only 3 tools that we have to sell anything: emotion, logic, rational thinking, and scarcity, circumstantial. And the 3 tools are, how do you sell them emotionally? How do we sell the pain, the pleasure, the frustration? The second tool we have is, how do we sell rationally, logically, like the return on investment? And then the third is circumstantial scarcity. And that's like that fear of missing out. The problem is most salespeople, they don't use those tools in the right kind of order. I love saying this to a customer too, is like, look, I want to unburden you. Like, it's kind of a crazy line, but like, I want to unburden you. And you're like, what do you mean unburden me, right? And you're like, I want to unburden you. Like, so think about this. If you guys literally called your customers and you just get, like, think about this. Like, think about the script. Like, I'm telling you, this is like the miracle script. So I gave this script to a client of mine that I've been working with for 14 years. Literally for 14 years, I'm with this client for 50 weeks a year. They train 5 hours a week. I'm with them 1 hour of those 5, which is kind of insane. But they are just the most dominant sales team you've ever seen in new home sales in Central Florida. And so this script that I wrote with them one time, they were like, Deb, the manager, she's like, okay, we got to do a call-a-thon today. We need a sales blitz. She's like, Jason, like, can you just like say something off the cuff? Like, tell us, what should we call on? Like, we're going to call on today. We're going to make some calls. What should we say to like get these buyers back in? And I'm like, okay, I'm off the cuff, Jason. Think of something. It's like one of those moments and you're like, okay, what are you going to say, right? And so all of a sudden I was like, you're going to say this, Deb. You're going to say, hey, this is Jason Forrest at XYZ Homes. And, I've really been thinking about you a lot. And the last time you were here was like, over a week ago, and I haven't heard from you since. And I really feel for you. And I know that you've been like looking for a house now for like over 12 months and you've seen hundreds of houses online, and it shouldn't be that difficult. And like, I want to unburden you. Like, I want to unburden you from like this, like how much torture you've been going through, how many times you've been shopping for a house. Like, you shouldn't be shopping for a house. You should be enjoying the house that you find. And I just feel that like you're like, it shouldn't be this difficult. And so like, I want to unburden you. Like, I want to bring you back in one more time. And what we're going to do is we're going to do blank, blank, blank. And whatever that blank, blank, blank obviously is like whatever the next step is. And then I came up with something that you guys can totally use that like is like freaking game changing. It's like life changing. It was one of those moments where I'm sure you guys have been there too, right? Where you're like put on the cuff, like you're put on the spot, not off the cuff. You're put on the spot. And when you're put on the spot, sometimes like really good stuff comes out, right? Because at this moment, like my intellect wasn't answering the question, guys. It was like almost like God. I was like channeling God or something. It's like, I don't know. Like, did you guys write that down? Like, that was really good what I just said. So I was like almost impressing myself because it wasn't coming from me. It was coming from like some other source, Anyway, so this is what I said. I said, okay, so you're going to say like, you're going to like bring back the pain of how long they're shopping. So that's the formula. Bring back the pain of how long they're shopping. Tell them they should have been shopping this long. They need to spend more time enjoying the house and not shopping for a house. And I want to unburden them. I want to unburden them and free them from this pain and this torture. And I want to and here's the next step, and here's what we need to do. We're going to chunk it down. Okay, so that was like the first part of the script. Then the second part of the script was this, and it totally changed everything. And I said, hey, and say this too. Say, and just for you, every Saturday at 9:00, I have a VIP appointment slot. I just said it off the cuff. I have a VIP appointment slot. And so I said, remember last time you guys came in and it was like super busy, super crazy. And like we had customers coming in or, like people that were building a house. We had super construction people. We had other customers, and I just couldn't give you the full attention that you deserve. And like, that's on me. And like, I apologize for not giving you full attention, but like, this is a big decision and you need like the privacy of like making a good decision here. Like, you need like the shelter of making a good decision. And so what I want to offer you is a special VIP appointment slot that I have at 9:00 on Saturday. So I have a 9:00 appointment on Saturday. So what this means is we don't open till 10, as you know. And so at 9:00, you're going to come in and your wife's going to come in and we're going to speak undivided attention, like no interruptions, no phones, no chaos, like none of that stuff. It's just like us, like just unburdening you, like just really like serving you and helping you and just resolving any of the concerns you have and the frustrations and just really just seeing if this is right for you or not. And so can I offer you that? Can I offer you that 9:00 slot? Okay. And then of course the customer's always gonna respond back and they're say, well, let me talk to my wife, let me talk to my husband about it. Let me see if we're available. And I say, look, right now, check your calendar. And I just need to see if you think you're available, I'm gonna pencil you in, because what I wanna make sure I'm doing is offering it to you. And right now I've got 9 other people that I wanna call and offer it to. I only have 1 VIP appointment slot a week. So would you like it? If not, again, it's okay. You can come later on Saturday, but if you want this one, it's 9:00. I only have 1 offer. I only have 1 a week. If you think you're going to take it, we'll put a 1 hour hold on it. You can of course text me and say that we're good. or I can move you to a different slot, but I just want to offer you first choice on that one. Okay, so when you close it like that with that much scarcity, guys, and that much, so listen to my message, right? I'm kind of going all over the place right now, so I apologize. I have a lot to cover. So there's only 3 tools that we had to sell anything. Okay, so how many? 3. So the 3 tools we have to sell anything are emotion, logic, rational thinking, and scarcity, circumstantial. There's only 3 tools we have, guys. So I don't care if you're, a president running for election. I don't care if you're a new home salesperson. I don't care if you're one of my clients, like Heston's that sells, one of my clients is Heston's. They sell $25,000 to $700,000 mattresses, which is insane. I wrote the scripts for all of them. The Villages of Florida. I don't care who you are, right? The United States Army, you have 3 tools you can use, okay? And all we do is a persuader, as an influencer, I spend my entire career trying to master these 3 tools. That's all it is. We only have 3. And the 3 tools are, how do you sell them emotionally? How do you sell them with emotional urgency? How do you speak to their heart, their soul? How do we sell the pain, the pleasure, the frustration, the life improvement? How do we speak to that? The second tool we have is, how do we sell rationally, logically, like the return on investment? Why this is a good financial decision for you. That's the rational, logical side. Why it's the house, why it's safe and secure and built specifically, it's going to last long. It's not going to be warranty problems, et cetera. That's more the logical. And then the third is circumstantial scarcity. And that's that fear of missing out. The problem is most salespeople, they don't use those tools in the right kind of order, right? So for example, most salespeople, they lead with circumstantial, right? They lead with circumstantial urgency. And so they're just kind of focused on that. So they start off with, hey, let me tell you about the great incentives we have. Let me tell you about the deals we have. Let me tell you about this. That's all circumstantial urgency. That's not the timing's off on that. So you always want to use that circumstantial scarcity urgency. That always needs to be kind of at the end of the process, not at the beginning, right? It needs to be the end. But anyway, let me kind of go back to the message here. So when I shared that script with them, the reason why it worked is because listen to my script, right? The script was, hey, Mr. Customer, I've been really thinking about you and I've been worried about you. What is that? Emotional urgency. I've been worried about you. I've been concerned about how long you've been searching for a home, how much shopping you've been doing, and how much work you've been doing to try to find a home that improves your life because you said you wanted to get in to be able to get following heaven benefits. So you want to stake those heaven benefits. I want to unburden you. Again, emotional. I want to unburden you. And the next step that we need to do is, okay, so now I'm going to be selling them on whatever the next step is. So it's a very kind of authority-based kind of thing, right? And I want to offer you this VIP appointment. I only have 1 slot a week. So now that's circumstantial scarcity. And I'm going to close hard on the decision on that. I'm not closing them on buying a house right now, but I am closing them on, do you want this VIP appointment? Okay. When I do that, team, when I close them with a VIP appointment, what am I doing? I'm trial closing them and I'm getting them in a decision-making rhythm, which is important because I need them to get used to saying yes to me when I'm asking for a request. So it's very important that you get people to commit to you, which is a whole other lesson in itself. But if you're kind of wishy-washy and you're, hey, come in whenever you want, or I'll be here all day, you're not getting people in a commitment rhythm. So do not ever do that again. Please say you'll never do that again, okay? Because again, when you're wishy-washy like that, then they're not primed to say yes to a bigger decision later on. So you can't do that, right? So that's why our closing sometimes is really hard at the end, and that's because they're not in a decision-making rhythm with us. They're not used to us closing them. They're not used to them making resolutions and making decisions and committing to something based upon our request. They're not used to that. And so the only time we ask them to commit to something is at the very end. And they're like, whoa, I'm not used to that. It's awkward. It's you're going, it's I don't know. It's you haven't even dated the girl yet and you're going for whatever, it's it doesn't work. It's not the right order of things. I digress. I want to make sure you guys get this last thing. So when you go in for the VIP appointment, here's what will happen to you. Okay. And again, challenge me on this and I want to hear what happens to you. Check this out. When you start closing VIP appointments on Saturdays at 9, guaranteed, okay, you will have at least a 50%, if not higher conversion rate on that VIP appointment. So right now, if you make $10,000 a sale and you schedule 4 VIP appointments a month, okay, right there, guaranteed you will make an extra $20,000 just by deciding to work an extra 4 hours a month. Just by deciding to come in at 9 o'clock on a Saturday versus 10 and deciding to take 1 more appointment slot open, I promise you, I guarantee you will have a 50% conversion rate on those specific people if you do everything we're talking about. Now, why do I feel that way? Because when you set up the pre-frame, when a customer is coming in with that mindset of, hey, let's come in here and let's work this out. Let's talk through this. Let's have an uninterrupted conversation. Let's make it all about you. They're coming in with a buyer's mentality. They're coming in to make a decision to buy. And so it's a go or no go conversation. That's why I'm saying it's a 50% conversion at least. I mean, I know salespeople are doing an 80% conversion on those VIP appointments.